An amateur theater group attempts to put on a production of Peter Pan. What could go wrong? The answer? Pretty much everything. But at La Mirada Theatre, that's exactly what's supposed to happen. As Lynn Wagner shows us, their production of the comedy Peter Pan Goes Wrong relies on some intricately staged chaos and a little pixie dust from one of Broadway's most famous Peter Pans.
Hi, I'm Cathy Rigby. Yes, that Cathy Rigby.
Cathy Rigby has never grown up. She may be in her 70s, but there's still a spryness in her step and a twinkle of mischief in her eyes. It's as if Peter Pan still inhabits her skin, itching to come out and chase his shadow. She first journeyed to Neverland in a production in 1974. But it was in 1990 that her career as Peter really took flight, with a Tony-nominated Broadway debut followed by multiple tours.
You know, it's just a joy to be living in Neverland. The rude part of it is when you've finished it and you're a little bit older, like a lot older, and then suddenly you're an adult and you go, wait, I was a kid for 3,000 times and over the span of 40 years.
It was gymnastics that first vaulted Cathy into the spotlight. She was 15 when she competed in the 1968 Olympics and retired after the Games in '72. She's retired from playing Peter a few times as well, but somehow always found her way back. Peter Pan Goes Wrong, currently playing at La Mirada Theatre for the Performing Arts, finds her once again returning to Neverland, but this time in the role of narrator, as a fictional amateur theatre group attempts an ill-fated production of the beloved story.
Peter Pan Goes Wrong is an amateur company. The Cornell Drama Society has put together this show, and they try and unfortunately so much of it goes wrong, but they earnestly try to keep it going. And chaos just ensues, sets fall, people fly into things, lines are lost.
Come on, boys, just believe and you can fly.
Having Cathy Rigby be a part of this production of Peter Pan is just awesome, because the show is it's very funny, and the audiences would love it regardless with just anybody playing the narrator. But the fact that we have Cathy and her history with Peter Pan, we're trying to add this layer of her sort of having this nostalgic reconnection with Neverland and with these set pieces and with the story of Peter Pan, and then everything going wrong around her. It's such a celebration of theater and the sort of joyful art of failure around it, you know, and having Cathy be a part of it it's extraordinary.
So for folks who don't know these shows, the set is really a star in and of itself.
Yes, absolutely. So in this version of Peter Pan, the star set is this old beauty here, the turntable. This turntable goes a little haywire. So there's a few moments where it goes a little faster than it should. It doesn't stop where it's supposed to. The wrong set shows up. McCoy Rigby producers had this whole set of their version of Peter Pan that, you know, Tony nominated, appeared on Broadway, toured the country for years and years, and it was sitting, waiting to be used again. And once we decided to do this show, we are using pieces from that original set, and this is one of them.
This pan is full of pratfalls and pranks.
These are our implements of torture and comedy for this show.
Trent Mills, who appeared in the play that goes wrong, is back for more literal slapstick, which is what this device is actually called.
This is a slapstick, right? So this is a little stage magic, but done live. Every time you might see someone get hit in the head or something on a door or get punched, you might hear, right? So why don't you, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's try it out. Oh, brutal.
Got a good right, huh?
This is Trent's fourth show at La Mirada Theatre, and he credits co-producers Rigby and her husband Tom McCoy with setting the theatrical bar higher than the rooftops of London.
They're warm, they're incredibly smart people. In a time like this, to have 10,000 subscribers at any theater is a massive feat, and it's not luck. It's intention, it's artistry, and it's really smart theater making.
For 32 years, McCoy Rigby, the production company, not the partnership, have been producing the Broadway series at La Mirada, bringing some of the biggest names in the business to the regional stage. The theater itself is actually owned and operated by the city.
It's a great relationship between city and the arts, remarkable actually. And it allows us to produce great work, even though there's nothing easy about producing live theater. nothing, but there's great joy when you open a show and the crowd stands and screams and a tear rolls down my cheek saying it was worth it.
In this production, Cathy couldn't resist the opportunity to take to the skies once more. And when Paul Rubin, her flying guide for most of her career, got her back up in the rig, the duo agreed it was like no time had passed.
It's the greatest curtain call anybody could ever have because, you know, people don't expect it and you're in their face and you're flying above them, and it's thrilling. And no, if I could fly in this entire show, that would be the best part.
What Cathy loves about Peter's tale is seeing older generations relive it through the eyes of the little ones they bring to the theater. Even in this less than perfect pan that goes ridiculously awry, the lure of Neverland is undeniable.
We all long to be young forever, and we can't. Peter's the only one that could stay young forever.
Although, seeing her soar, she definitely seems as timeless as the story itself.
Peter Pan Goes Wrong is playing at the Mirada Theatre for the Performing Arts through November 23rd. Get your tickets at lamiradatheatre.com.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.